Hello and welcome back here to Football Manager 2020 with Bath City Football Club, which we are trying to take to the top of Premier League and beyond. And as you see, we are just starting here. This is our second episode, and we will get into what I talked about in the first episode, that I will show you what's interesting and the matches. So with that said, see you very soon as we have something interesting happening. And I just realized that we don't have any scout at all, as I got the scouting report. So that is something we're going to look into now, to hire a scout. As the first thing, not the first thing we will do, but the first thing to be able to scout in a decent way. So let's see here. We want someone that have good, what is it? Oh, come on, let's press one of these, just so we see here. Judging player ability and potential. No? Coaching, no, alright, so this is the wrong attributes we are seeing here. Rating. No, not rating either. Mental, is it mental attributes then? It is. That's a little bit strange. Judging staff ability. That's interesting. But we don't really need that. We want someone that is good in judging player ability and potential. Obviously, heard here, we have a couple of scouts or coaches here that obviously is not going to have reasonable salaries. Right, so judging, you want to be head coach. I'm not really looking for that. Right, best staff. Does that make a difference? No, not really. We have scouts there. Very long down. So they all want to be coaches, really, which is not what we want. So 8, and that's not good. We want, I need filters here. Oh, there we go. Add condition, staff role. No, edit search. Assistant coach, no. We want you to be a scout. All right. There we go. Judging best 9 and 7, 8 and 8, 5. Yeah. All right. So McCann here is the best one that we can get, apparently. So we will approach McCann here. And we will do 2 years here, just because I don't see us getting anyone that much better within 1 year. So we will see here, and I will guess that we will land at 9k per annum, which I'm going to... No, we actually get a little bit lower, but I will change that after this, really, so to say. So that... and this is a player that we want to scout, so we'll come back to that and the scouting meeting shortly. See you then. Alright, so we'll scout Anderson here, who would be one of the better players in the team, at least according to him. And we'll see here if we have anyone else that could be interesting. Add a bit of quality as a center back. Well, that is definitely someone we want to scout and just see if he is as good as he says he is. Right, so we actually got a recommendation here from McCann. And it's a big gap there on his actual current skill and potential ability. And we also have a problem here with the wages and costs. We are not really keen on either of them, so we'll really just discard that for now, and we'll have a look here at the training just to see if anyone have improved here from well from the last few weeks training. So Britain here have improved a little bit, and the old button to directly go to player development is gone. Is it development training? This is no progress. Yeah, that's the window I wanted to go to. I don't really see that anywhere. I could go, not really right click it either. Well, it's good that we see some improvement nonetheless, no matter what player. We have quite a few players here that are pretty low, so we'll criticize Batten here for poor performance in training, Stern as well. And we'll just say fair enough. And we'll criticize Clark here. We'll do that for everyone at 6.2 or lower this time. But in general, I'm doing like 6.3 or lower. Or actually even under, 6.3 or lower. And we'll start individual training here as suggested. And we are needing to add coaching assignments, of course, there for the coach that we signed, Ashamong. So we'll remove all and let that be. So obviously now we got a lot better here in possession and technical in attacking, and well, overall just better here. And Ashamong could take more, but I guess that will severely lower the rest. Yeah, exactly. So we gain half a star, gain nothing, and nothing. So yeah, it looks like they make a good selection there. That's not always the case, but you never know. And we are really quite close here to the first game. It's a friendly game. So actually, I don't know how it works, or actually rather I want our couch just to play through that. So I will fiddle a little bit with the settings there and play through it, and again come back when something interesting is happening or we are closing in into the start of the season. But I think that we might get a recommendation for a club to work with first, so that's something we're looking forward to. See you in a bit. Alright, so the board have come back with the senior affiliate verdict, and we've got 3 clubs to choose among: Blackpool, Sunderland and Lincoln. And I would think that we will recommend Sunderland of this, but let's have a look. So Blackpool is in Sky Bet League 1, and so is Sunderland and Lincoln as well. Now, obviously, looking at their history, Lincoln have been in the National League a long time and just got up to Sky Bet League 1. Blackpool have been going up and down between Sky Bet League 1, the Championship and Premier League. And I guess the same is true for Sunderland, sort of, but they have been a Premier League club for a long time. And I actually thought for sure that they were in the Championship at least, but not the case here. So they have dropped down from Premier League 2017 and dropped down directly in Sky Bet Championship as well to League 1, which is quite a shock for me at least. And we get a much bigger annual fee as well, and a reputation and everything here. And we will host an annual friendly as well. So overall, the Sunderland senior affiliate is actually superb for us, extremely good. So that's really impressive. So we'll definitely recommend that, and we'll see here if the club follows our suggestion, and I guess they did. Or how is that working? So we also lost our first training match there against Birmingham under 23s with 0-1, so not that bad. And we will scout that for sure. Now, club info. Do we know if you have a senior affiliate club? Yeah, we do. So time to look into Sunderland and possible players for us to have here this year. So this is actually a little bit different, the team report. This overview is a little bit strange. Yeah, strengths and weakness. Pretty even there. Team depth chart. Oh, and stats. This is new, I think. Oh well, so striker, we could use a striker. Chilver's actually really good here. Better at national level. Yeah, you're pretty darn good overall. And with Smith and Richards, so middle, basically a winger. Left winger or right winger is definitely something we need. We have loans in here, but that isn't really that good. And ball, Harper Reigns. Yeah, and a keeper, striker, and a winger. Keeper is definitely something that would be key here for us. So let's have a look here in Sunderland and see if we can find any players for us to loan. No, all players. Or rather, should we have a look on... no, we can have a look on all players. I generally think that's the easiest way to do it, to be honest. So Pearson here, we are always going to look on value of sorts. We will take the highest value player we can. So we'll make an offer here for Anderson to loan. And we are... Oh, right. We only can have one more long-term player as a loan, but we'll try that with Patterson, and then we'll have a look here on wingers. Middle left or middle right. Don't have... All right, so you're not really playing with wingers then. You're playing with attacking wingers. Well, and that is maybe a little bit tough for us. June here, we don't really know anything. Let's scout June here. And a striker. So obviously we have all of these ones to choose among as well. So Kimpioke here. Is that the best player? Yeah. At least the most worst player. So we'll see here if we can't make an offer here to loan. Not willing. Right. Yeah. All right. So they are not willing to loan him out. So I don't think that will be the case, even if we tried. And Connolly here. I don't know why you are purple here, though. We will make a loan offer here. Oh, he's already on loan. That's why he were purple. Right, so 50k, we don't probably want to loan anyone else here that is lower than that. Leonard or Wumbo, I don't think they are any good. It's my guess, at least. Yeah. So, unfortunately, not that much to be excited about here, actually, in terms of the squad. So, yeah, we were scouting June. Yeah. All right. So, again, we'll move forward here, and we will be back when something interesting is happening. So very unfortunately, Patterson rejected the loan offer there, so I guess we will try to have a look on what else is out there. I do know here that we had a look on the player search or player scouted, that we had a keeper here, Robert De Luc, that had a really good ability, possibly, but a high cost associated with him, so we'll not look on that, unfortunately. Instead, we'll go loan here, and we will do new search. Now we'll add a condition here. We want to have position, and we want... This is actually confusing the hell out of me so far. These conditions, pick attributes. No. Add condition, position. And the search to advanced. All right, there we go. This position, a goalkeeper. That is what we want. And we want set to loan. And Cameron Yates here. Could be, or Culverwell. Culverwell here maybe is the best option. Let's see here if we can do a loan. No wage required, all right. So we will make an offer there for Culverwell until the end of the year. Basically, well, these players are the players that could be interesting. And I think Culverwell is our top choice, just looking on, well, the stats here and everything. Yates, I think, could be interesting as well. So we'll make an offer here also. And yeah, we can't really do that then, as they request us to pay the wage. We got us scouting first, so we'll do that. And we will be back when we got some more action. All right, so I'm actually checking, well, I got a scouting report on the top player that didn't needed to be scouted according to our scout. But actually, players that have been scouted here, I found a lot of players that looks to be pretty darn interesting. Like, which did we have? Well, well, this could be interesting here, CU, but like this player, Baxter here, feels like a really interesting choice for us to try and bring to the club. So we will make some offers here. We are having a little bit. All right, so just get this away. We have a little bit of wage left that we can dabble with. So that's really good. Important player, yeah, sure, immediate. Will improve, right? We need to make promises. Oh Jesus! Let's agree on them, I guess. All right, next, and let's just get all of this done. Yeah, I know how this works. Right, so how do we got here? So we actually got, well, got one player, room for one player basically in the costs department. So preferably we would like to know more about the players really, but yeah, the seller here is actually pretty on the low side, so that's good. And we can just do that and remove and exclude. And we'll start at a little bit lower than 1.2, 1.3, and 1.4. Yeah, that's all right. Unfortunately, that of course means that we don't have any room for anything else. For example, Carter here, I believe, yeah, we're good, but we are not really in the same way for a central defender, a central midfielder looking for that. It's a lot more about other things, like a winger here. Unfortunately, the salary demand there is way too high. So I should have looked on that first, of course. And then in green here, yeah, but the estimated cost is far too high there, which is a shame. Otherwise, green here could be interesting. And also his age is, of course, to his disadvantage, at least for us. So we'll be continuing on here. Well, this is what I got that led me to look into the scouting area. But we will move on here to their first match of the season, and I'll see you then if nothing else happens before that. So the loan deal that we got with Colorwell obviously weren't what we hoped for here, as it's only really good for being a backup for Clark or our main keepers. And yeah, keepers are one of the main problem that we have in the team. As you see here, he's close to being up there, but only operating at regional Premier Divisions levels, and that's just a little bit too bad for us, which is a shame, but you can't do too much about that. And we'll see if we can't do something else in terms of goalkeeper department. I think not, but maybe within a year or two or something like that. But let's move on. Be right back. So I'm not exactly sure where the hell I set up that the scouts get suggestion from the coaching staff for players to scout. But Medela here definitely sounds like an interesting player. We don't have any stats whatsoever on him, but yeah, a team in Veteran National League being interested, and current ability at least 3 stars up to 4.5 stars seems to be a really good pick for us here, as we only have Brunt and then Britton, and Britton obviously not being that great of a choice. So let's actually approach design Mellows here straight off, and immediate will certainly, yeah, in attackers, well, that's you really, so that's fine. And your contract is actually really, really low. All right, so 2 years and everything like that is fine. Goal bonus, junior salary rise, you will not get that, or promotion wage rise, that's out of the question. So we'll start here at 900, 950, 1k. Will you accept? Oh, yeah, you accept 1k. So we'll definitely delay the other transfer if that gets accepted to get Mela loose. We'll see what happens here, and we will see you again very shortly. All right, so this is the team that we have chosen for our first match, and I would say that it looks pretty darn well overall. We have Brunt as a striker, of course, as well, but he's suspended here for the first match. A really weak point is our keeper, that we couldn't get any better player into. We did sign Baxter, and we didn't get Medela loose, as Kidmeister picked him up. And we haven't done anything else. Baxter haven't had the chance to play, as we had to delay his transfer 1 week. And he came in and he were pretty good here at 3.5 stars. A little bit full now in terms of defenders, but Hottridge can play second best or something like that. So I think that should be all right overall. And we are going to go to the match and comment the match, just as we always do here. And I changed the settings there a little bit as well before starting this. So pre-pep talk, right? We'll let that go to our assistant here for the pep talk or pre-talk. I don't want to do anything there. For the halftime talk, we might be doing that though. So we'll get everything there away. But yeah, I changed it to only be key highlights. So a little bit less highlights than it has been in the Football Manager 2019 series. And it's a goal here for Bath City in the 7th minute. And first impressions here, wow, they really improved the match engine here to Football Manager 2020 a hell of a lot versus 2019. That felt a lot more smoother overall, and well, just smoother graphics and smoother animation and everything like that. But was that offside or was it onside? Oh, it showed only onside marking there. So next highlight here, Lewis Hamlet with a free kick and over the top bar there. Just it feels like everything got a little bit more weight to it and a more right weight to it, so to say. So it just feels better here. Looking at the engine and the first few highlights and moments. The Lewis Hamlet here coming again with a chance, a shot there that didn't make it through. I think in general the ball is flowing better and the feet feels more like they're actually doing the things that you think that they would do, so to say. And Dulwich Hamlet here with a real chance hitting the post, almost a equalization there from Dulwich Hamlet, but not the case. But here comes the corner. Baxter managing to clear that away a little bit, but still in the hands of Dulwich Hamlet players. And a long shot and hitting the top bar now. Oh, damn. We are extremely lucky to still be leading at this stage, or at that stage rather. Corner here from Bath City, and it's cleared, so a counter-attack here maybe for Dulwich Hamlet. Yeah, coming here on the left-hand side, Hunt, Willie cross. No, he fails, but he gets a second chance to cross, and it's over the top bar there. Luckily for Bath City, or for us, that they didn't really get to do what they needed there. And we could, of course, shout and everything right now, but I don't really want to. What we can see here that it's a lot of focus on play here. And the green buttons, I've altered the setting or the responsibilities to the staff to do changes as the game progresses that we need in a tactical way. So I'm not really that good with it. So that is what we're going to do, even though we're not having good coaches. So finding the right coaches and hiring them to be better, so to say, during our progress is something that is going to be key for us, or for me, so we get better choices there even more. So after one half, we are leading 1-0. Looks pretty even, but shots definitely overweighing to Dulwich Hamlet. So a little bit lucky maybe that we haven't had the chance to do more, or that we haven't been worse, so to say. All right, to all players there, and no individual talk. Yeah, that's all right. So hand that over. If he wanted to do anything special there, we are going to focus on staying to individual players if they're doing too bad, so to say. First highlight here in the second half for Dulwich Hamlet, and they hit the top bar again. That's like the third or fourth time that they have hit the framework. That's crazy. We are due to make all substitutions though, I guess. Next highlight here in the 56th minute now. That's it, picking up a loose ball there. Watkins almost driving it a little bit too long, but dribbling and coming forward here and shoots over the top bar. Or I feel like that were deflected, but it wasn't apparently, as we got no corner from that. I think it's time to do a substitution or two here. Pearson is tired, so obvious choice to bring him out, and I didn't really look here on what players we had on the bench, I feel. So we got to play man there, I think. Yeah, definitely not had a proper look there, so to say. Or rather, we will actually put in him for Edwards, and we will put in Richards for Pearson. The players that are most tired and also have pretty darn poor rating, actually. So pretty easy choices there. And we'll do the last third substitution a little bit later. So there I actually got the chance to say if I wanted to make the change or not. A little bit strange. A free kick there, just outside the goal, and from Dulwich Hamlet, not by much, but enough for us. So let's see here, Hartridge, you can definitely come in instead of Batten, who are tired and nervous and have a yellow card here for the last few minutes. And we have a highlight coming here with Bassett in control of the ball in the 84th minute, but doing a poor long ball there. But we get the ball back, playing the ball back to our keeper, Clark here. And a goal kick up towards Mann. Will he be able to keep the ball? Not really, but he got it on the second chance. Passing it towards the middle to Shivers, but no real receiving of that whatsoever. So a chance here for Dulwich Hamlet playing on the left hand side, passing it in, and it's in the middle, all craziness, and out for a corner, or actually free kick given to Bassett. So don't know if that really were a highlight at all or where that came from, but doesn't really matter. 5 minutes of extra time, which are just about ending, and there we have it. The full time result for Bassett versus Dulwich Hamlet is 1-0. Shots 8-26, shots on target 4-9, and possession 52-48%. So definitely a well played game for Bassett, and definitely also maybe not a well deserved win, but we did win, so that's fantastic. Performance by the lads, really couldn't ask for more, and that means that we are fourth in the league here after one match. And yeah, Britain scores on a debut for a Bath. Yeah, that's pretty nice. And that will be everything for this episode, so thank you very much for watching this one, and I will see you next time here in Football Manager at Rawslowgaming. Thank you, and bye-bye. You have been watching Rawslowgaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.